All right, let's get right into it. We're going to take a journey to understand panic attacks, not as this big, scary monster, but as something you can actually manage. This is all about arming you with the right knowledge and the right tools so you can start to feel in control again. Just picture it. You're going about your day, maybe you're in the car, at the grocery store, or hey, maybe you're just chilling at home. And then, bam, it hits you. This sudden, crushing wave of terror. Your heart is pounding like a drum, you can't seem to get enough air, and this one thought just takes over everything. I'm in serious danger. That right there, that's the raw, terrifying feeling of a panic attack. So what is actually going on in your body? Well, a panic attack is basically your body's fight or flight system. You know, that ancient survival instinct, just going completely haywire. It's this intense, crazy surge of fear that peaks in just a few minutes. But here's the kicker, the most important part. It's all happening when there is absolutely no real immediate threat around you. To really get a handle on this, we've got to face it head on. We need to break down what it actually feels like when that fear just spins out of control. If you've ever had one of these, this list, man, it's going to feel intensely familiar. That racing heart, the struggle to breathe, the shaking, the dizziness. You might even feel that tightness in your chest and think you're having a heart attack. And then there's that overwhelming, bone-deep fear that you're losing your mind or even dying. Seeing these symptoms listed out is so important because it proves this isn't just all in your head. It's a very real, full-body experience. So why? Why does this happen? The absolute best way to think about it is to imagine your brain has this super sensitive smoke alarm. See, deep inside your brain, you have this little part called the amygdala. That's your fear center. It's your internal alarm system. During a panic attack, your amygdala gets confused. It thinks there's a threat, so it yanks the fire alarm, flooding your whole body with stress hormones, like adrenaline. It's getting you ready to either fight for your life or run for the hills, even when there's absolutely nothing to fight or run from. This right here, this comparison just nails it. A healthy fear response. There's a real fire, the alarm screams, and you get to safety. Simple. But with a panic attack, you burn the toast. That's it. But the alarm goes off with the exact same terrifying intensity. The alarm itself isn't broken. It works great. It's just misfiring, treating a tiny problem like it's a life-or-death catastrophe. So, of course, this leads to the next big question, right? Why is my alarm so dang sensitive? Well, it's usually not just one thing. It's often a mix. You could have biological factors, like your brain chemistry being a bit off, or it could even run in your family. But things like long-term stress, dealing with past trauma, and even your daily habits, too much coffee, not enough sleep, can all make that alarm system way, way more trigger-happy. Okay, understanding the why is huge. But what do you do when that alarm is blaring right now? Let's talk about your immediate first aid kit for when you're in the thick of it. This technique is an absolute lifesaver. Seriously, it works because it yanks your brain out of that internal fear spiral and forces it to focus on the world outside. So you stop, you look around, and you name 5 things you see. Then you physically touch 4 different things: your jeans, a table, anything. You listen for 3 sounds. You find 2 different smells. And finally, you name 1 thing you can taste. It grounds you in the here and now, proving to your brain that you are safe. 2 other fantastic in-the-moment tools are all about your body. First, deep breathing. But here's the trick. Make your exhale longer than your inhale. That simple action actually flips the switch on your body's relaxation response. Second, progressive muscle relaxation. You just go through your body, tensing up a muscle group, holding it, and then letting it all go. It directly fights that awful physical tension that comes with panic. And while you're doing those physical things, you need a mental tool too. This mantra is absolutely crucial. You have to repeat it to yourself over and over. This is just a panic attack. It is not dangerous and it will pass. It reminds your brain of the truth. It reframes the whole experience from a disaster into just a temporary storm that you know is going to end. All right, so that's the first aid. But the real goal here is prevention, right? It's about building this fortress of resilience, so that alarm is just way less likely to go off in the first place. And look, this isn't about some quick fix. It's about a real lifestyle shift. Things like meditation or yoga, getting regular exercise, and making sleep a non-negotiable priority, those are the foundation. Cutting back on stimulants like caffeine, total game changer for a lot of people. And of course, getting professional help, like cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, is one of the most effective ways to totally recalibrate that sensitive alarm system for good. You know what's also incredibly powerful? Tailoring your plan to specific situations. Because panic doesn't just happen in a vacuum. If being in public is a trigger, have a strategy. Maybe you carry a small comfort object, or you always locate the exits when you walk in. If it happens at night, create a super calming bedtime routine. If work stress is the problem, schedule short breaks to just step away and breathe. Having a specific plan for a specific trigger gives you an amazing sense of control.
This brings us to what might be the single most important part of this whole discussion. It's about that feeling that can stick around long after the physical stuff fades, the feeling of being completely alone.
Millions. That's how many people around the world have felt the exact same way you might be feeling. Just let that number sink in. When your heart is racing and you feel like you are the only person on earth going through this terror, remember that number. You are part of a huge community of people who get it. You are so not alone in this.
So let's get one thing crystal clear. A panic attack is not a character flaw. It is not a sign of weakness. It's a physiological response. It's your body's powerful survival system doing its job just at the completely wrong time. Letting go of the shame and the self-blame is one of the biggest steps you can take toward getting better.
So we'll end on this thought. This isn't about fixing everything all at once. It's just about starting. Just look back at those things we talked about. What is one tiny, manageable step you can take today? Maybe it's going for a 5-minute walk. Maybe it's swapping one coffee for a tea. Maybe it's just trying that deep breathing thing for 60 seconds. Whatever it is, that one small step is the beginning. That's you building your fortress and taking back control.